Hi class, I'm Krista. In this video I'll be going over the compass points assignment 7. That was about our reading, where we're going to say excitements, worries, what else we need to know about the reading, and our current opinion. So first, for the excitement section, what excited me about the learning activities that encourage speech and language development for different ages, such as imitating babies, laughter, and their facial expressions for ages birth to 2 years old. I figured most parents just do that, but I didn't know that that was actually considered a learning activity, so that was cool. Also, what excited me was, furthermore, the other activities, such as asking questions that require a choice for children ages 2 to 4, such as, do you want an apple or a banana? Something like that gets the children already thinking and learning. Let's see. Also, what excited me was learning that for ages 4 to 6, you should acknowledge, encourage, and praise all attempts for the children to speak, which I think most parents do already, but that is an important factor when the child is learning to speak and otherwise. I was also excited about implementing the nested strategies when I'm a teacher. The main one that I'm really excited to use, that I actually do have some experience with, is a before, during, and after strategy. I would use this during the reading activities to increase students' comprehension, and I've actually used this before in the form of a picture walk when reading a book. I used to work for aftercare for kindergarten children, and we would do this a lot during our reading activities, where the students and myself would go through the pictures of the book, and we would sort of all say what we think was going to happen. Then we would read the story together, and we would find out what actually happened in the story, and then after, asking questions to make sure that the students understood what they just read. And I think this can also be used for other subjects, maybe for math and stuff like that. Let's see. I am excited to implement these nested strategies, like I just said, in my classes, to include families also in their child's literacy development by passing along the strategies to parents so that they can do it at home with the children. This would sort of put us both on the same team in improving children's reading comprehension. For the W, what I found worrisome about the knowledge that I've gained from the course content in the video, and also what I thought the downside might have been, I found a little worrisome that when I read the Engagement with Print, Low-Income Families and Head Start Children article, I found it worrisome that it said achievement gaps are still present with low-income and minority children, even when the parents were engaging in home/school activities in the household. So this showed that parents were doing reading comprehension activities and literacy activities at home, but there was still a learning gap between these children and maybe more upper class and middle class children. I also was worried that studies supported that parents of low-income children tend to place a lower value on literacy development, which negatively impacts their child's development. I understand how this can be common. Usually they're probably worried on more important things, such as feeding their children and making sure they have a roof over their head. But I think as a teacher, it's also very important for us to teach them easy and simple strategies they can do at home with their children to increase reading comprehension skills so that we can fill that gap. Now for the next section, N, what else I need to know or find out about these ideas that we read about. I would like to know strategies to improve the home involvement of lower income families in their children's literacy development. I would like to know maybe what teachers have used to involve parents of lower income and minority children so that I can try that in my classroom when I'm a teacher. I would also like to know more information on how to use the nested strategies across all subject areas to promote development. From the reading, I sort of gathered that this is usually the nested strategies are more commonly used for reading activities, but I'm curious if I could use it for math or social studies or other subject areas to also increase development. Let's see. Okay, now for the last section, S. What my current stance and opinion on the knowledge I gained. What should my next steps be in evaluation of these ideas? And lastly, what suggestions do I have at this point? My current opinion is that teachers need to focus on helping parents improve and increase their involvement of at-home activities by teaching the parents nested strategies and learning activities that they can easily do with their child, such as the book picture walk that I did to increase reading comprehension. I think this would be especially important for at-risk children, for teachers to sort of teach and help parents do these activities at home. My next steps would be to implement these strategies as a teacher in my classroom to see which are the most effective in increasing literacy and language development. By this, I mean I could sort of do a trial and error of different nested strategies that I think would work the best and see which ones that my students really respond to. Lastly, I suggest that teachers model these strategies to the parents so that the child is benefiting both at home and in the classroom. This puts teachers and parents on the same team and makes sure that the child is really receiving the most benefits that they can receive. Thanks.